Welcome to the channel, my name's James and welcome to episode 2 of Make It Work. Today we'll be chopping up some samples from this record here and turning them into a beat. I like that on the back of the record there are these little descriptors for each of the songs. The track 5, Kooky Cabana, bright melodic foot tapper, track 4 on side B, happy-go-lucky mood, or even like track 1 for side A, strong guitar melody, fast active rhythm. I've already had a listen to it. There is 2 tracks that really stood out to me, were track 4, Morning Mist, and track 7, Asia Minor from side A. So for today, I'm going to be chopping up a sample from Morning Mist. However, for today, I'm actually going to be using beatmaker 3. It has been a bit of a process. I've only been using beatmaker 3 for the past 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm still really trying to figure out the best way to use it for myself. So I've figured out a way to actually connect it into my DAW of choice, which is Reaper, and use it more as an instrument. This is the performance page. As you can see, I've got some of the performance pads already set up, ready to go with a few of the chopped up samples. This is what I've got going so far. So that is basically the sample tuned up a little bit, 2 steps from the original. I really like the overall tone, color, and general sort of laid back mood that we get from just, the sort of nice electric piano. However, I think I do want to mix it up a little bit. I don't want to keep the progression 100% as it was from the original. So with that in mind, I'm thinking something along those lines. It still has like the essence of the original track in there, but it doesn't have the full, cut copy of the original. So with that in mind, I'm going to get that down now, play it into Reaper here. The tempo that I have set within beatmaker is 120. I think that's probably where it's going to be as I play it in. 120 is a little bit quick. I go 117. Cool. All right, so we've got that in there. And even as I was just playing, I already had changed the progression. Yeah, I just, as I was coming through, I just kind of felt it out. felt like, oh, I needed to play a little bit more at the start to sort of open the song. I also really like doing it this way as well, because you end up sort of limiting yourself to then just the audio track rather than, the infiniteness that you have when using, a MIDI grid. But yeah, it gives this extra little life of, sort of human performance, chopping it up, then another human performance putting it in, with those sort of inaccuracies of timing and everything else. And then of course, the sort of time stretching that's then happening in here as I've pitched it up in beatmaker. I reckon, sort of like that 2-bar intro. Then we go to verse there. And then we've kind of got this, which I'm going to call pre-chorus, build, or is... That might still be the verse, actually, and then when this section comes in, that's probably the pre-chorus. Maybe this is the chorus here, actually. I guess with that in mind, if I'm already sort of thinking structure-wise, I mean, maybe that's the first chorus, but then the second chorus can sort of be a repeat of that, but expanded on. So I think there's room there to play around and have like that first chorus is kind of like the taster chorus, and then you get sort of like a bit of an extended chorus the second time it comes around, so you get some nice variety. What I'm going to do is play in this, I guess, new chorus. Oh yeah, I like that. That's cool. Where it goes from there, let's just play around. I think that's kind of nice, actually. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I think I will grab that. So that's it. Do I start it here though? Yeah, that's it. That's the bridge. That's it. Definitely think next thing to do is start putting an actual beat to the structure and like chord progression and everything that we've got going on here. So back over to beatmaker, we have a new bank here, and we go to here, and we go to browse samples, and then I'm going to go to the vinyl drum vault. I'm thinking, let's go Rare Breaks Volume 1. That's a really good feature. So if you hit BPM, you can go calculate tempo or auto detect tempo, and it can kind of give you an idea of what the tempo is. I think calculate seemed to work best. But then we need to change this to 8521. So if we go here, get rid of the 21. Oh shit, go 85. And then we want to put this also at 85. Then we're going to go to edit. Now this is where I probably had the most trouble with editing. However, when it comes to beats, it's a lot easier, and we can also go to auto slice, which is pretty helpful. We can also go detect, and it sort of does like a beat detection sort of thing, which is pretty good as well. That's probably it. And then save, slice to pads, and apply. And then if we go to our performance, and now I kind of just need to figure out what beat I actually want to do. I might even go in and chuck just like a one shot, because these are all just sort of like different kicks and some percussion. You can hear like a little bit of the hats in the background there. But I think what I'm going to do is come back here, go to this empty pad, go here, back to my samples, and then I'm just going to go underground hats. Yeah, I think that hat 11's pretty good. And then I might even change the attack just slightly. So it's not as like quick and harsh. Yeah, fine tune it a bit. That's pretty good. There's actually a lot of like low end in there that doesn't really need to be in there. And what we can do for that, we can go here to filter. So yeah, we just want to change this to a high pass, maybe about 400. Yeah, now that I've got the hats in there, I want to come back here and start playing around. I'm definitely feeling, yeah, that sort of quarter note. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna probably do here is, so that I'm not stepping on the snare drum's toes too much, but I still get this like pretty unique performance where it's just pure feel, that there isn't, yeah, that sort of like structured grid of MIDI and that sort of thing. So yeah, this one could be pretty interesting, just like really locking in with the click, but also I'm gonna like watch the screen and to make sure that I don't hit this on the same beat as the snare. All right, so now on to the bass. My trusty go-to bass synth is always the key bass. It kind of just works. Because I have pitch shifted the original sample, I'm probably gonna have to tune the bass. Yeah, somewhere between that sort of 24, I don't know if it's 24 cents or 30. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so verse. As for the voicing, I might go percussive for now. And then when it gets to this pre-chorus, go to sustain. This bit here, that's good. That one goes somewhere else. Now this is where we have the change. I might just do this for the sake of being lazy and not wanting to have to deal with automation, and then just have this set as sustain. cool. I like that. Changes it up a bit. The question is, do I then go back to the more percussive, shorter bass for the chorus? Or do I keep the sustained bass for the chorus? I don't know. Maybe for this first chorus, we keep it as the percussive. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And then I can come back in. I think this is where we keep that sustained bass. I need to figure out where I'm going to go here. And then we just do this, chuck it there. Just need to figure out a way to end it, really. I kind of almost want to try and bring back this pre-chorus section as maybe like a bit of an ambiguous way to sort of finish things up. Maybe even like grabbing this, cutting there. I like that. I usually find it pretty difficult to make abrupt endings, but that is cool. I like it. Something I always like to do with key bass is just put a saturator on it, just to give it a little bit more character. That's pretty nice. That's pretty sick. I'm enjoying that. I like it. I just want to kind of like reinforce these choruses with something else. That's cool. I think if I go ahead and chuck a EQ, just to sort of tidy up. That's nice. Just cleans it up a bit. Like just gets rid of some of that low end that doesn't really need to be there. And then again, my trusty go-to saturator. No reso. That's cool. So now I need to do the same thing with this chorus, but yeah, something like that, I reckon. Cool. I like that. That's nice. Maybe if we just do that in there. Just add that little extra point of difference for that last bit. Something I tend to like to do, particularly with basses as well, is just sort of try and control the dynamics a little bit more. Cool. I definitely want to go to over here to the drums and just sort of start gluing the drums all together really nicely. I usually like to go, where is it? There. I've just had a thought. I want a textural backdrop to this entire track. I want like a seascape or something, like waves crashing at the beach. Damn it. I thought I was done. I thought I was pretty much done. Freesound.com is an amazing resource for anything of that nature. And that's where I'm going to go. So, freesound.com.org. Silly me. I thought it was .com. Hydrophone, though. That's cool. Whoa. That's cool. That's not bad. I think with some filtering. All right. Let's go and drop these in. Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna kill this one. This one's working pretty well. All right, so I reckon, yeah, if I go and just do some simple EQ filtering, clean it up a bit. That's pretty nice as is. And then if we even just go and put on a simple reverb to this, actually first, do a saturator, because saturation can often tame some of the really harshness of sounds like this, where there's a lot of that sort of high frequency information. Like, it's going to be very, very subtle, but yeah, that's cool. And then just like a small touch of reverb, and I think for this one I'm gonna go the algo verb. Probably put it on vintage. That's just cool. Just a tiny, like 10%. Just adds a little bit of extra. Probably even put the decay up to maybe 6 seconds. Super duper subtle, but works well. See if I want to use any of this hydrophone, maybe even just like in the bridge. That's cool. That's really cool. I like having it. Maybe it just comes in there for the bridge and then maybe comes back here in the outro. Ooh, I like that. That's it mostly done with, I'm just gonna chuck some master bus sort of fun stuff on there with, some compression, EQ, and then a limiter, and that's pretty much the track done. That's it. Beat's done. There's always this point, at least for me, where I don't know if it's like imposter syndrome or just self-doubt in general, but there's always this weird sort of midpoint where it's like, I can kind of see how the song's coming together, but it kind of sounds like trash. But as soon as I put that reverb, that big reverb on the main sort of synth samples that I chopped up, that really pulled it all together. And then putting in the waves crashing, and man, the sound of that hydrophone is crazy. That really all brought it together for me. And then just like little touch-ups that I've done at the end here to bring the whole track together, really glue it all together, and so it kind of sounds cohesive, all the different parts. And I'm really happy with it, but let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of the track? I guess another thing is, this is number 2, the second track that I produced for this series. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the songs. All of my other materials up on Spotify, links in the description below if you want to go check any of my other tracks out, and also here on YouTube you can find them on the channel. But as for these ones, because I'm using samples, I don't know how I should go about distributing the songs. Probably just on Bandcamp, maybe for free, but I could be looking at maybe making like a Patreon sort of system as well, so any of these tracks could go up there, and maybe some behind the scenes sort of stuff, maybe some exclusive like live streams as well. I'm thinking about. So let me know, what do you guys think that I should do with these tracks as well, and how to make them available for listening after the fact. And I guess with all that said and done, thanks for watching. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, and catch me in the next one.